Hey everybody, I want to show you a couple things in Khan Academy. I know some of you are going in and changing that one setting so that I can enroll them with their new teacher. Or in second grade, I just want you to change the setting so that when they go to third grade, I can switch them up to Mrs. Oden. So thank you for attempting that, but also I'm hearing some struggles, so I'm going to walk you through finding your email, figuring out your password, and then changing that setting. So, first off, if you don't know your email, you have no idea. I have no idea what account this is set up under. I should have used whatever's in the parent directory. But if there's two listed, I could see why you would not know what it is. So you'll have your child log in. So I'm under a Noah's account, and then I'll go to settings. And so from here, I'm going to look and see who the sorry, wrong profile. From his profile, I'll go in and see who is set up to be his coach. And so clicking on coaches here. And so I can see it's under this email. So I'm like, oh, that email. Okay, good to know. And he is set up for Betsy. I will show you real quick where that button is for him, for any of the child accounts. So when they're in class, I will have them go to their profile. Sorry, and go down to coaches. Okay, sorry. Wow, I am messing this up something fierce. When we're in class, and I'm going to move them from one teacher to another. Once you set the coach button one time, then every year I can work with them in class to change their coaches. Okay, so I would do that in class with the child logged on, coaches, and then I would just be able to add them here with the code for the class. Is usually how I do it, or I could do the teacher email, either way. And I can either remove or leave the last teacher on. I don't think it makes a whole lot of difference, but whatever. We haven't kind of gotten that far along yet, really. I've been taking them out, so like Betsy's class last year is not in her account anymore. But anyway, that's how I'll do it. So you don't have to add the coach every year. We can do that in class once you change the one setting. Okay, so now you know what your email is. So you log out your child, and you would log in under your email account. I just use this login button here. So put in your login, and then if you don't know the password, hit forgot password. It'll go to that email and allow you to reset your password. I go in just through my Facebook because I'm lazy. Okay, so now I'm in as me, and it just dropped me into your children, probably because I was in there last. But if it doesn't, it's here, and then your children, and then you would click on one kid and go to view settings here, and then scroll down, and this is the only button that I need you to change. So it needs to be green, can add other coaches, and that way each year I can change them to the next teacher. And that is it. Let me also show you under subjects. Math is what we're working on in class, and so I have them select this, and then second grade, or if you're watching from a different class, we do whatever grade it is. These are all aligned to Common Core, which I love because if your child works through 100% for their grade, then that's just another way you can feel confident that they're getting everything they're supposed to get. They're meeting all the requirements of Common Core, even though we have additional requirements in Catholic school. We actually teach beyond Common Core, and I've actually seen this in live because of coaching or being in the Cub Scouts den and working with students that are in St. Mary's and students that are not in St. Mary's but all the same age and where they are academically. And I mean, like, I've seen it, it's right there. It's very apparent that our kids are ahead, and we see it when we have kids come in from public school, and it's pretty apparent. So anyway, for the amount of time our kids have spent on Khan, they are further along. They're doing great. Like, their percentages are great because the amount of time they've gotten has been very limited, and yet they are still kind of whipping through this math. What I wanted to show here under Arts and Humanities, if they really like history, there's some history lessons in here that are interesting, or science, which is kind of cool. I love that econ is right there. I don't know, I haven't watched those videos, I don't know how advanced they are, but it's kind of cool when your kid gets on here and they're like, hey, oh, history, and I thought, who's that child? History? But Noah loves history, so he watches history on Khan Academy. All right, last thing I want to show you, computing, hour of code, that's where you go. This is what typing is to us, how we all learned how to type, hopefully, in school. Now your child not only needs to learn how to type, but they need to learn the basics of coding, because it's just embedded in so many different careers nowadays. It's everywhere, and the thoughts behind coding, the way that you script the code and build the code, it's drag and drop, and it's how it just translates into so many problem solving and critical thinking skills that students need. So even if your kid is never a programmer or has no interest, those critical thinking skills that they develop and the problem solving that they develop by learning Hour of Code is really important. So I encourage you to please do that at some point, even if it's summer. Summer's great. Oh my gosh, I've been talking for 6 minutes. You'd think I was teaching you a lesson. So I apologize for that. Far too long. I think I've covered everything. If you're having questions in here, though, shoot me an email. And you can start learning to read the statistics for your children, which is really interesting. I want to let you know that you shouldn't freak out when you see something like struggling, because if you look over it, this was 7 minutes with 6 questions. So that's not enough to determine that he's seriously struggling in this area. And then this one, adding 3 numbers, I think they're just getting started on that. So it's appropriate for him to be struggling with that, because I don't think they've been covering that very much yet. So don't panic about a struggling thing. Look and see how much time, how many problems, and is that even something that they've been taught yet, or are they working ahead? Because a lot of times they're working ahead. But it's kind of cool. You can go to View Summary and click around in there. They've also got a ton of great videos. I think it's right here. Learning Home, is that where it is? And they teach you how to read. No, this isn't it. Coaches. Okay, well, I'm going to stop clicking around, but there's a whole section about how to learn to read the statistics that they provide you on your student, and it's pretty intense, but cool and fun. All right, I think that's plenty. Let me know if you have problems, and if you don't want to be bothered with doing it, just send me your email and your login and password. Yeah, your login and your password, and I'll go in and change the tab over, and then you don't even have to worry about it. Okay, bye.